Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy NeoXO coming back at y'all with the Black Clover chapter 323 spoilers. So this chapter from the panels, it's looking good. Hopefully y'all seen the panels, but I'm about to get into the panels. I'll probably put a couple of them on screen, and I'm just gonna talk about it. We're gonna have a discussion, and y'all let me know what y'all think about this chapter. I mean, from just looking at the panel so far, not everything's translated. You know, I did bring back the reviews because some people were giving me feedbacks about the reviews, so I brought them back. But let me know if y'all still rocking with reviews. But for these spoilers, getting right into them because I don't want to waste y'all time. Gray basically is the one who healed up Captain Yami. It seemed like Vanessa had something to do with that too. It's not too clear at this point to me because we don't have that much translated. I'm gonna talk a little bit about what we do have translated, but for the most part, like I say, we gotta wait a little bit longer for the translations. But you know, good thing about this manga is a visual medium, so we see like kind of what happened to get to like a retrospective. All right, so we know Yami now, he's fighting, but to get to this point is showing us what happened. And what happened was Yami laying on the ground, not doing too good. Like, we know he had cracks all over his body, but then they kind of inched their way over, you know, because they have this intense gravity that's going on all around them because of Lucifero. And Gray got over there, Vanessa got over there, and we can see Gray pretty much saying, "I'm gonna save you, Captain Yami," something along those lines. And she uses her transmutation magic. That's really cool because we always thought, like in the beginning of Black Clover, that Gray had transformation magic, but transmutation magic is just completely different. So transmutation magic is like way more useful and way just more arcane in my opinion, because she can literally change the molecular structure of anything pretty much. I'm pretty sure she could change the molecular structure of anything. So in this case, Captain Yami, there's some mention in this chapter that Captain Yami, basically his body's all tattered up, messed up. However, his body is full of magic still. So that's interesting. They said it was kind of similar to Asta in a way that how Asta is devil possessed. So that's interesting. I want to see how that plays out. Hopefully they kind of go more in depth on this right here, because I want to know like how is that going to affect him moving forward. Is he going to have like an amplified boost? Is he going to have a shorter time to live? Is it going to be like a sickness? Is it going to be like a power up? Like, what does this mean that he has like all this mana inside of him? Because we know he was basically being the key, so all of this mana and all this magic got tunneled through his body, you know. So it's just probably overloaded right now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if his body can handle it, then it should be a power up. However, on the other hand, if his body can't handle it, then it might be detrimental to his health. Coolest moments from these spoilers that I've seen is when William gives his, in these spoilers, William gives his last ounce of magic to Yami, basically, because William, you would think, I guess, off the top of your head, like if you just seeing Yami healed, you'll probably think William is healed too. But they didn't show William in the last chapter, so they're showing him in this one, and he still has cracks on his body, and he's not really doing well because, you know, Gray, like I said, with the transmutation magic, she prioritizes her pretty much her leader of her squad, like the leader of her squad over the leader of somebody else's squad, because she basically can't just keep on using the magic over and over and over. So she used it on Yami, and Yami is the one who's gonna get to fight, and William knows this. He's like, it's cool. And Patri comes in, picks up William. I really think that's really cool, even though Patri seems to be, from now on, it seems like he's not really gonna be in the action anymore, which is cool. He seems to be like that character, the character with like knowledge and wisdom, who still helps, but not in a active combat role. And I think that Patri can fill that role pretty well. I hope that in the future, I wouldn't mind like if he comes back and fights in the future. I would like that, but we know his grimoire got corrupted and he doesn't have a grimoire anymore, so that's gonna be interesting to see how they go moving forward. I just wanted to say that, but I'll get more into depth on stuff in the review. But cool part of this chapter, like I like from the spoilers, from the panels, a really cool panel of William giving the sword to Yami. This is the new sword, and so that clarifies some stuff too, because I was saying that it was Williams, but I was speculating at that point. Now it's a fact. It's a solidified fact that it is Williams' magic that, you know, created this sword. The sword is basically created by William. He calls it World Tree Magic Blade of Mistletoe. Now this could be changed in the official translations, but you know, as a rough translation, we might be able to look into that for right now and see what a mistletoe is, you know, look into that and stuff like that, because it's a rough translation, so it's gonna be in that ballpark of the name. But I like that name right now, right there, World Tree Magic Blade of Mistletoe. So it's probably gonna be a very similar name to that, and this basically is William's last spell that he's gonna do. He's gonna be MIA, he's out of commission. So he basically put all of his magic into the sword, giving it to Yami, and Yami gonna go ahead and battle with that. So it's kind of like they're battling together, and as William is giving him the sword to Yami basically is like saying he didn't even forgive him up until this point, but we just gonna squash it right now. And I'm glad he said that, bro, because I felt like I was the only one who didn't really like think that was cool what William did, you know what I mean? So I think that that was a pretty cool thing to hear from like somebody's mouth, like actually say something about it, and especially Yami, because Yami and William are really close. But we ain't gonna talk too much about it. We're gonna get on with the spoilers. Really cool panel I want to talk about is after Yami gets hit. So we're back to the present. After Yami gets hit by Lucifero, we see others take his place. We see Zoro and Sekire. So they actually use trap magic and sealing magic, which is really cool, because last week me and Neuro Mega Man put out a video, and also Moses Zapata, we put out a video. Y'all could go back and check it. But we were saying like, what can they possibly use against the devil? And we did bring up sealing magic in that video. So it's really cool to actually see like the development going down after we, you know, speculated on this, and it's kind of playing kind of how we said it would play out. So a large chunk of this chapter actually is kind of devoted to Nacht and Captain Yami. It kind of touches on how they used to be friends back in the day, and how Nacht feels guilty about the fact that he feels like he caused Morgan's death, and that kind of plays into where we are right now, because Nacht is Nacht is just really willing to not really care about his life. He's really willing to put his life on the line a little bit more than he should, because, you know, if you think about it, when he was fighting Lilith and Nama, he was ready to die, and now how Captain Yami saved him, he's basically saying like, you didn't even need to do that, you're risking your life to try to save mine. And they showed kind of the flashback to show how the relationship between Nacht and Yami kind of developed. At the end of the day, what it boils down to is Yami ends up telling him, you don't really need a reason to save a friend. So that's pretty cool. I could have went more in depth on that, but I'm gonna save that for the review. I just wanted to let you guys know in general what the chapter is gonna be about. So hopefully soon we get some translations for this, and, you know, support the officials and all that. So subscribe to the channel if you're new, leave a like on the video if you liked it. And with that being said, it's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.